Welcome. Moonfire Faire is Final Fantasy XIV's yearly beach party put on by the Limsa Adventurers Guild, so you will see a focus on beachwear as well as training and combat. In the real world, Obon, or just Bon, is celebrated in Japan and around the world. It is based on traditional Japanese and Buddhist customs and involves welcoming ancestral spirits back to the land of the living for a short time. I'm not sure if you can say Moonfire Faire is based on Obon, but definitely influenced by it as far as decorations and some of the rewards go, which explains why you will see things like this, or this, but also this. However, I don't recall any mention of ancestral spirits returning from the dead. Unless, are bombards actually our ancestors coming back for revenge? To visit? Anyway, Moonfire Faire is currently on and will last until the morning of August 26th. To complete this event, you need to have at least one class or job at level 30 or above. Though not required, you should at least be up to the Call of the Sea in the MSQ, so you will have easy access to Limsa. Teleport or use an airship to get to Limsa. Use the Aetherite to go to the Aft Castle. Pick up the quest Allergic to Sunshine from Moiru, as usual. He says the main event, the Eorzea Nimble Challenge, is back again this year. It's not really an event, more of a large wooden structure. He says something about meeting a sunshine savior. I don't know what that is, but he sends you to Eastern Lenosha to talk to Armaga, the guy in charge of the fair. You can teleport to Costa del Sol if you are attuned to the Aetherite. If you are not, you need to leave through the Zephyr Gate out to Middle Lenosha, cross over to Lower Lenosha, and take the easternmost path to Eastern Lenosha. The fair is set up on this large island to the northeast, and Armaga is near the large booth in the middle. Seems after years of bombard and shark attacks terrorizing the fairgoers, Armaga has decided they need a hero. You know, I'm something of a hero myself. Anyway, Armaga has already hired somebody from the Adventurers Guild, but there is a problem, so he asks you to meet him in town. If you don't have flight yet, you can just teleport to Costa del Sol Aetherite, or you can swim. Meeting up with Armaga, you see that the hero he hired, Lionel, has no confidence, and he says it's because he doesn't want people to see his face. I got a paper sack you can use if you like. I guess he's used to wearing a helmet, and without it he's shy. Yes, he is the disturbed individual we are helping this year. Armaga thinks he just might happen to have something that will help Lionel, and they walk off to the guild storage room. When they return, Lionel is, well, different. He suddenly seems to have more confidence. Apparently the Weavers Guild made this for the Adventurers Guild, and they didn't know what to do with it until right now. Turning in with Lionel, you get some experience and some gil. Pick up the next quest, I Am the Sunshine, from Armaga. He decides to have Lionel practice keeping the peace a bit, so he sends you back to the island to talk to Beavis. And again, if you don't have flight unlocked, you will have to swim. Talk to Branford, and he wants Lionel to try doing some good around the beach, and you are voluntold to help him. You go around the beach spying on people. Lionel asks you for advice, but mostly he makes up his own mind. You can't skip these scenes, and your choices don't seem to have much effect on what happens, but he does save someone from drowning, and finds out a helmet is not the best thing to wear while swimming. Duh. Anyway, we head back to Hermaga, and Lionel starts to tell a story. You see, he was an adventurer. Something, Phoenix. Suddenly there's a scream. We come to see a shark is coming after little Chloe Aliapo, and everyone is bravely running away. Lionel jumps into action, while her sister gets Chloe to safety. No matter what you say to the bystanders, they cheer him on, and he suddenly goes all Super Saiyan or Ultra Instinct or whatever the kids are calling it now, and knocks the shark out. Turning in with Omega, turns out he had a few more of those suits, just lying around, so he offers you one. Do they include superpowers? And when you finish, you get some experience, skill, and an achievement. The costume can go in the armoire, but unfortunately the outfit is only 2 parts, a helmet and a full bodysuit. It is dyeable, so you can look like your favorite Power Ranger. The helmet can be worn by Vera and Hrothgar, and has ear pockets for anyone with bigger ears, and aura horns just poke through, of course, and, well, unfortunately tails are just clipped off. The Moonfire Faire vendor is right across from Hermega, and everything is available for Gil, but all she has is the usual fireworks. Pinwheels sell for 19 gil each, and each of the other fireworks are 8 gil each. Well, the jumping puzzle is there for those that are into that sort of thing. This lady refers to the side area as the memorial space, which might be a reference to Obon, I guess. But they set up this little pyrotechnic display so you can pose in front of it and take badass pictures. And as usual, you can wander around and see which characters have shown up this year. Or you can watch the fireworks in Eastern Lenosha or any of the 3 starting cities or in the housing districts. Moonfire Faire rarely involves more than one activity, even though it's based on events that imply there would be a lot to do. In-universe, it is put on by the Adventurers Guild, so the idea of training to be ready for adventuring and actual combat are common themes. It is a beach party, so we see things related to swimming and other water activities. It is also influenced by traditional Obon festivals, as well as more modern festivals happening around the same time. One need only look at other fairs and festivals to come up with a whole slew of ideas for Moonfire Faire activities. There could be music and dancing that take the form of rhythm games, food booths where you could see people actually making the food when you buy it, or the usual carnival type games or even rides. There could be combat-based games like you might see at a Renaissance fair, or armor vendors showing off their wares. Beach sports like volleyball or something closer to blitzball, or swimming races or costume shows. And like previous Moonfire Fairs, there could be monsters attacking the island, except it's a random monster and it happens at different locations around the island. If they're not defeated in a timely manner, they may destroy certain booths or attractions and players would have to wait for them to be rebuilt. You might think that's a lot of work every year to create a new fair every time, but that's not so. When you put on repeating festivals or concerts, there are things that you do the same each time. You reuse old equipment, you set up the same basic way as you did last year. However, each time has its own unique problems, and you do try out new things. they can create a fair with a handful of activities and reuse those each year, but add new things as they go. The story each year might revolve around the new things added, or just be about another disturbed individual who needs help. Thing is though, the usual purpose of repeatable content is to gain rewards by collecting some form of currency. This year they only added 2 new items, while most previous Moonfire fairs have added 5 or more items. This may be due to them putting more resources into the upcoming 10-year anniversary Rising event, but in general they have been moving away from using repeatable content to gain rewards. After you get the quest reward, there might be a couple items to purchase, but for recent events they have just sold them for gil. I would suggest instead of putting these items in the cash shop every year, bring them back each time, and give players that miss them the opportunity to earn them by completing a wide range of fun activities and challenges. If they had been doing this all along, there'd be over 50 items to work for. Of course, it would be a problem to retroactively do this, but they could do it with all new items going forward. It doesn't have to be a major grind, maybe a couple tokens per item, and they can change prices as the years go by. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Goodbye.